What's up, FSG? What's up, Flow State Gang? We are back on GT Sport. We are back with karting. Hope you guys enjoyed the last video. We are here, I believe this is week 8 of 12 at Dragon Trail Gardens, the original, so just Dragon Trail Gardens 1. So, Stoney, we got Stoney here with us. Stoney, say what's up.
How we doing, guys? Stoney Baloney, happy to be here.
So we were coming off a really good race back at Horse Thief Mountain. Crazy battles all throughout the field, all 3 races. We're hoping for the same thing here. We've actually been to this track before, but the other way. So now we're going the original way. But before we even get to that, Stoney's actually going to give us the rundown on what the points are before the race. Stoney, go ahead and give it.
Yeah, so we had a small showing tonight, 7 drivers. 2 of them were new, Corey BFU and Ninja Nate, so they were going to start at the back of the grid. We also had Hennessy here tonight. He's in 6th place in the standings with 207 points. He was late, so he'll be bringing up the rear of the grid in every race tonight. As far as the top 4 drivers, the top 3 season points holders were here. That is me, Stoney, you, Alex, and Frost in the lead. Points gap between the top 3 going into the race is 20 points from 1st to 3rd. 7 points between you and I, though, Alex. Notably, Mustang Kiwi didn't make it tonight. He's in 4th place in the standings, only 3 points ahead of Ajax. So a good showing from Ajax here could give him a position over Mustang Kiwi. So just top to bottom on the grid, it's going to be Frost, me, you, Ajax, Ninja Nate, Corey BFU, new drivers, and then Hennessy bringing up the rear because he can't show up on time.
So actually, I think we got actually a few more people that actually showed up after the race. So, you know, our karting scene is starting to grow a little bit. This is obviously season 1 or whatever like that. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. We're about to go ahead and get into it. So let's go ahead and get to the grid. See you there. Alright guys, we are back on the grid. Frost P1 to Stoney to Alex to Ajax, Ninja, Corey, and Hennessy, and we're about to get to the 5 red lights. So Frost actually gets a bit of a slow start. Stoney is gonna move and make a move on Frost, and I'm actually gonna make a move on Frost as well, slide in right behind Stoney. So me and Stoney actually get a pretty moderately pretty good start, but for Frost not really much, but I think his pace will definitely make up for it. We got Corey in the back with Ajax and Ninja was actually Frost goes off of the track right there, and he spins. Oh, he totally
all the way back into last place. He's
it.
Entirely off the track.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of not really going really too well for Frost at the beginning, but as we can see
right now, we got a good race for the lead, good race for 3rd place between Ajax and Ninja
and the
Nate,
guys in
and
the
then
back
another
too.
good race for 5th and 6th between
so
Corey
it's
and
going
Hennessy.
Down all over, and actually lock up the rear right. So
driver squaring off.
But do not, you guys watch a lot. Do not count Frost out of this fight. He will come back and do something crazy. Ajax is kind of freed up from Ninja a little bit, but me and Stoney are definitely gonna go out of here soon. I didn't really like I said, my work schedule will be crazy, so, and I can't bring my wheel to work, so practicing hasn't really been much in my schedule for me. You know, we got other series we got going on, so we got Ninja in the slip of Ajax, and Stoney is in my slip right now, but I will clear him through the penultimate turn. But
Corey's breaking away from Hennessy. Sorry.
I think you were definitely stronger in the last 2 turns than I was, or at least you set yourself up better. But in the second to last turn, to get a really good exit.
There were definitely sections of the track that you were faster at, and sections of the track that I was faster at.
I think through the first chicane, I definitely was really. I just felt like that was there for me. So if you guys watch this, watch how I take this right here. I'm gonna go on board. Watch how I take this right here. And I actually end up getting the overtake. So this corner right here was just my bread and butter, honestly. So, and obviously his last 2 turns were bread and butter for him, and it wasn't for me. So it was, you know, and actually Ajax is making up a lot, or Stoney is making up a lot on me, and Ajax is still a little bit clear of the guy he's fighting, Ninja, who's a new guy, and me and Stoney. I'm trying to take it on the outside, but I believe. Where were you topping out at? I was topping out
Frost has made up 2 positions
already.
I was topping out about 108 or 109. Yeah, Frost is in 5th right now.
I think I I think I was topping out at 108, 109, about 108, 109. I say about 108.
Yep, and with the way we had gearing, there wasn't a whole lot of room on top of that for draft. I think you got most of your benefit before topping out, really. It was hard to, I've had tracks where you draft and you can kind of blow by people. It was a crawl here.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ninja Nate's just holding on to Ajax back here. The gap is shrinking.
But you see Frost in the background. He's moving up too, so really good from him. Stoney's gonna try to send it on the inside of me, so I'm gonna try to hang it out on the inside, see what I can do. But I'm like, okay. Instead of actually trying to get in the slip, I'm actually want to try to see. And I took this time to really compare our top speed, and I did realize that our top speed was the same. So you weren't really gaining really too much. Like, I feel like that the fact that you got a better run out of the last turn is obviously why you were ahead. But yeah, it was basically identical. You could look at our lap times. Stoney hits a 140, 154.1. I hit a 154.2. Obviously after Frost made that lap. You see, I just love this sequence of corners. I just loved it. I don't really know what it was. It just flowed really good with me.
It felt like every lap you were getting me there, and then I was spending the rest of the lap trying to catch up and pass you, and I would usually get you in the last sequence of turns before the final stretch.
Those two
somewhere
just
in
got
there.
me. Yeah.
It was every lap we were just trading back and forth.
The right-handers, I think everybody had, I think that turn, I had my days with that turn as well. But through these sequences of about the next 7 corners, I would feel it really good, and then I might be a little bit off, because you see, Stoney takes a way different line than I do.
You know what my secret was for that? Was just staying in 5th gear the whole time. You really wanted to upshift, but you shouldn't, because
I noticed.
You lose speed, and then when you downshift, you lose traction.
Okay.
So that's a spot where I felt like I was faster than just about anybody, and I was just riding the red line in 5th gear through those sections.
This track is amazing, though. I love this track. We've already been here one time, and it was really good when we went there too. I think I performed really well when we went here, and obviously doing that again, and we're both just super consistent right now. But if we check out Frost, Frost made up some crazy. He's coming back.
Far behind us. Oh man, he spun. He
spun again. Wow.
He spun. Yep. If he hadn't done that,
he probably would have got us.
He
probably would have caught us. Look at his time, 42.2. That's insane.
Yep.
2 seconds faster than.
Ajax are still battling it out for 4th now because Frost got ahead of them.
Somebody spins in the back. That's Hennessy.
Yep, Hennessy's having a tough time.
Oh, Stoney, you kind of go a little bit wide through that corner. So this is where it gets crazy, because you guys see the lead that I have. So you could really, if you look at the time where Stoney makes up. So if we just watch him.
I'm keeping an eye on this battle between Ajax and Ninja as well. You might have to come back and watch this.
All right,
after the final lap.
All right, so you could just tell he made up time there. So he hit the apex better than I did, and I think it might be his gearing. Honestly, he was probably just getting a lot better speed out the corner. And then his line there, he went. You see, he went to the right a lot more to give himself more room for the next turn, and he just sent it on the outside. I think I kind of messed up there, but at this moment, I'm like, okay, I'm chilling. I'm about to get slip here, and hopefully, I can get slip on the last corner. It's not as simple as you think it is, because I don't really think there's much airflow coming through these tunnels right here.
You were so close, dude.
There's not much airflow coming through these tunnels.
You're gaining on me a little bit. Look at that.
So now I'm on the bumper. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna chill. I'm thinking this is like GTA or something. I'm gonna be able to chill. I'm probably just gonna catch a slip, and I'm already in his slip right now, but I don't catch it fast enough. If the finish line was maybe more like about 100 meters further, then I think I would have caught him, but he ended up getting me. So I'm like, dang. So I'm like, look at it. Look, I'm right behind him. So it was a great battle between me and Stoney, but now we're gonna move to Ajax and Ninja, but I don't really know what much happened there. Would you like to go back and actually see? I would actually want to go back.
Oh yeah, it looks like Ajax has got a little bit of a gap on Ninja at this point. It'd be interesting to go back and see how that happened.
All right.
Corey's off the track. Let's see what happens between him and Hennessy.
So
looks like Corey's gonna pull it ahead of Hennessy.
So at the start of lap 4. Right at the start of lap 4, Ajax gets slipstream off of Ninja, so he takes it into turn 1. Ninja goes wide. So Ninja tries to get a bit of a cutback so he can get into the slipstream of Ajax. So he might try to make a move going into these. Ninja actually gets a better line than Ajax does. Kind of gets on the curb and bounces himself off there, but he's still there. So he's right. Now he's right behind him. So Ajax is just punching a hole for him. So now Ninja might try to make a move, but he's actually... Now he's making up time. Now he's making up the time, but maybe his gearing is a little bit different. Or maybe he didn't try to make the move. You guys should check the throttle control. So I think people were choosing the early apex there, where I was choosing the standard regulated apex, just kind of in the middle. Due to my lack of practice, I didn't really know much, but I know going the other way, the apex there is really late. So
I can tell you Nate's geared a bit taller than Ajax and I were.
Yeah, he is. So Ajax is actually making some moves into these corners. He's defending very well, but honestly, Ninja's not really attacking much, and I definitely think his speed is way slower. As you see, he's going 80 through here, where I think we were going like 90 through those corners, and now he's topping out 94, 95, 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He was topping out at 108. He was topping out 107, 108, so it's not really bad. I just think maybe his lower gears probably weren't what he wanted him to be.
Right. I went through and modified each individual gear to try to get him where I wanted them, and if you don't do that, you do lose a little bit of acceleration.
Was pulling a lot in those like fourth gear. I say probably that those fifth gear turns. Obviously, mainly those consecutive right-handers, but actually a really solid battle from those two. So now we're gonna go ahead and get to the second heat. Obviously, we have Hennessy and Corey. Hennessy making his way back into racing as well. He's kind of been off a little bit, just taking time off. And then we have Corey, who's new as well. We have a few other new people. One other person that actually didn't make it, but we're going to get to the next race. See you guys when we get there. All right, so for this race, Ajax is on pole. To me, to Stony, to Frost, Corey, Ninja, and Hennessy is in the back. So we're going to see what kind of start Ajax can get. He gets a really good start. I get a pretty okay start, but Frost, actually not even Frost. Stony is getting pretty good slip off Ajax, so he kind of catches up to me a little bit, and we kind of bump tires a little bit. That's okay though. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, yeah. So I've sent it on the outside of these guys. Bruh, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that was my bread and butter, those two corners. I was just feeling that, like, I was so aggressive and so smooth through there. So Ajax, I get a place on Ajax. Frost gets a place on Stony. Now Frost is gonna try to send it up on the inside of Ajax, and he does. Oh shoot, that's the camera up. And he does, and actually both of them send it on me, so I actually locked up really bad. And yeah, so Frost is now actually getting away, and now we're gonna battle. So it's like, I'm like, I don't want Frost to get away. I don't think any of us wanted Frost to get away. So it was like, you know, I think some of our thought process was we wanted to help each other so he wouldn't get away, but at the same time we're trying to battle each other. You see, between the three of us, it's getting really, you know, it's getting spicy between the three of us. So Stoney's gonna clock in behind me, and Ajax is gonna move in behind him. Actually, Hennessy moved up to 5th from last place, so it's really good moves by him. I'm trying to at least hope I'm in the slipstream of Frost. I really don't want to get him to get away. I want to cause at least some type of controversy, you know, to maybe mess his day up. But like, you know, I was sliding through those corners a lot too. Like I was going 4th gear through those corners, so I think, you know, just a little bit
teamwork.
Yeah. So now I'm like, I told Stoney, I'm like, bro, Stoney, hit me. I'm like, I said we were right here. Honestly, we were right there. We could have had him. I think if I would have slided in, but you know, it was inevitable. Me and Stoney got 5th position. Ajax is there too, so it's just like there's not really much we could do with his pace. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. But it's like, you know, and actually moving back to these three back here, these three are actually battling too. So Ninja, Hennessy, and Corey are actually in the back battling as well. So now Frost is gonna extend his lead. I just love looking at my livery sometimes. So Hennessy's gonna try to make a move. I'm thinking he's gonna cut it on the inside, but no, he doesn't. He pushes me. So me, Ajax, and Stoney are kind of just pushing each other through, trying to catch him. Like we're keeping up. The three of us working together can't even keep up with him. you know, because he's crazy through the corners. Just look at the different lines that I'm taking compared to what Stoney's taking. And I was 7/10 off. I think I was like 3 or 4 tenths off his best time in practice. So, and that was like practicing for only like a few minutes. So I think if I would have, Ajax goes off the track, so he's gonna lose crazy time. Hennessy goes off the track, so he loses time, and he goes into the grass as well. But he saves it from any spin or anything like that. But he is in last place, unfortunately. So Frost extends his gap. Me and Stoney, actually, I'm going to try to send it up on the inside of Stoney on the penultimate corner. Stoney wants to try to get the cutback, but I think he's just going to move in and try to get the slip. So look right here, see if Stoney gets me across the line. Does he get me across the line? Stoney gets me across the line. Why couldn't I do that?
I was just closer to you coming out of the corner.
Yeah, he was just closer to me. I was. Now that I'm just now noticing, I'm like, bro, this dude got me coming across the line. So yeah, me and Stoney are going at it now. We're just gonna go at it for days. And I got a bit antsy. I think me and you had contact going through that corner, and I had to do some crazy steering maneuver to save it. So through this hairpin, I trail braked a lot. And then we could see the next lap, see what Stoney does. But I come to the left, I brake at about 50. And if you look, well, I didn't trail brake as much as I really wanted to. I think I should have broke earlier to try to trail brake a little bit better. But that was an early apex corner. Just look at the line Stoney's taking. Well, actually, you went to 6th gear that time. You get to the right. But I think I'm trying to take at least a more defensive line. And you actually are going to try to send it on the outside of me right here, which I think I do a really good job of defending and get you on the red. So I was hoping I actually didn't hit you, because I didn't really know if I hit you or not.
No, I just overdrove that corner. That's all.
Yeah, so he overdrove that corner. And now Ajax might be in the slip. I don't think he is. He's about a second away, maybe like 8 tenths. And Frost is just now coming out of the last corner, and we're just now going into the second to last corner. So now we have
a nightmare in the back of the field. Corey and Hennessy both off the track right now.
Wow. Okay.
Quite yeah, Corey's off. To Ninja Nate,
Hennessy just got back on the track. So Corey's still off the track. Now he's trying to make himself back on. So I have a pretty decent gap. I'm like, all right, if I just keep, run a really decent lap, I got this in the bag. I got second place in the bag.
I actually remember the gap right now was 1.1 seconds.
It was exactly 1.1. So I'm like, okay. I run it really good through here, and I extended it to 1.3. I extended it to 1.3. You kind of get squirrely a little bit out of that corner too. So I knew I was gonna extend it out of those, because I knew I think me and Frost were the better drivers just through those first 3 corners. So, but this corner, it was definitely an early apex corner.
I think I typically would catch you a little bit up here.
I did pretty decent. I did pretty decent in that corner right there. So I actually early expected this, but this is where he's making up all the time. Look, so on this turn, I broke really late, because you're supposed to watch.
Yeah, see, I didn't break it all through here. I just kept it pinned.
Oh wait, no, I didn't break. I'm talking about through here. I broke really late.
Yep.
I broke too late through here. I broke too late, and I broke too little as well. So I just barely get on the red, just barely touched it.
And that right there is how you gained that gap on me. I did the exact same thing last lap.
So now he's back on me. I'm like, oh my lord, I just folded the gap.
We just traded mistakes and wound up right where we started.
So I'm like, all right, he might pass me here. I'm going to try to defend, but I'm like, okay, I noticed that you did what you did on lap 3, and that you had passed me across the line. So I'm like, okay, if I just slide in right behind him right here, maybe I'll get a good enough slip. And I swear I just couldn't do it. I swear the game just wouldn't let me do it. It wouldn't let me do it right before. Just look how close I was. Like,
I was thinking about blocking you, but then I just decided I didn't quite need to.
But you didn't even need to, and I folded twice. I'm not gonna lie, I really like Corey's livery, and I think Ninja has a Red Bull livery as well, and I like his Red Bull livery too. But Corey's livery, that's a he got the Checo going. That's pretty tough. So. We're about to go ahead and get to the next race. Frost takes that one, so he's kind of getting a little bit back into the groove. To Stoney, to me, to Ajax, Ninja, Corey, and then obviously Hennessy's gonna try to. I just sneezed. Hennessy's gonna cross the line for 7th place. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the next race. All right, guys, we're back. So for the finale race, this is a 6-lap feature race. So we got Ajax on pole, to me, to Frost, Stony, Corey, Ninja, and Hennessy. About to go ahead and get to the 5 red lights. We'll see how good of a start I can get against Ajax, see what I can do this time. And actually, Frost gets a crazy start. So Frost finally gets the start that he wanted. So I'm actually just going to slide in behind Frost and get the same type of slipstream that he's getting from Ajax, so I don't lose position to Stony. Stony maintains position. Frost goes up in the 1st place. So if you watch me here, watch how aggressive I am in these couple corners, because I do not want this man to get away this time. I'm like, bro, you're not getting away this time. I don't care for nothing. You're not getting away. So I hop in this slipstream. I turn my brake bias all the way up, and I try to go for a dive bomb right here. The slip up here the slip in the different parts of the lap was weird, and I went over the curb there too, but I was able to stay in his slip.
Man, the rest of the field's all clustered up back here.
Yeah, they are. So
some good racing going on.
So Stony makes up a place on Ajax. Corey's in 5th, Hennessy, and then Ninja. So we're all a bit separated. Frost, I think, made a bit of a mistake, and I think I made a bit of a mistake too.
Hennessy's off the track.
Hennessy's off the track
back
again.
Into last place. Yep.
So Hennessy's still spinning, and now he's back on. So
Ajax made a mistake. He dropped back. He's right in front of Corey BFU. Now there's quite a gap between him and you. You're in 4th now.
So with here comes Ninja.
Wait, I'm sorry. You're in 3rd.
I'm in 3rd. Yeah, I'm right behind you. And I have a gap to Ajax. But yeah, look,
sorry,
Frost is still there. So I'm like, okay. I hop behind you. I'm like, we got to get this dude. I was like, we have to get him. He goes to the left. As you see, he's trying to break the toe. So he goes to the left. I'm pushing Stony. Me and Stony, you know what I'm saying, we're teaming right now to catch him, because we didn't want him to get away. He still got away. And just like I said in the other race, you know, it's kind of inevitable for me and Stony to not battle through these corners, but we're trying to help each other to catch him, you know, as much as you can, to, you know, so, you know, for individually we could, you know, give ourselves a better result.
If I had known what kind of race this would be, I would probably go back and gear my cart taller.
Oh, I spun. I kind of got a little bit dirty air from him. I feel like I got some dirty air because I didn't even press the gas all that much. Or maybe I was in a lower gear than I wanted to, and I ended up spinning. So now I'm on a recovery drive. So, but as you see, these 3 are bunched up. They're all bunched up. So now Ninja is in the slip of Corey. And I'm pretty sure they're teammates because they have different liveries, but they have the same number. Is that 11? Yeah. So Corey's running like a Checo Red Bull, like a Checo Red Bull livery, and then Ninja is running like a 2000. Corey spins it.
Off the track.
Oh, Corey spins it right as we're talking about his livery. So Ninja goes up in the 4th. I'm actually gonna make that position up on him. Well, not Chet, but now I'm gonna make the position.
There it goes.
He goes to the right. I think he wants to defend, but I just power right past him. He hops back in my in my slip, but I'm gonna make up that position. Now now it's about to be 3 laps to try to see what I can do with making up these positions. Just look how I'm drifting. I'm just pushing it so hard through these corners, and now I'm trying to. Hopefully, I think I can break the toe of Corey, but Corey is still there. He's kind of gaining a little bit. Stony is still moderately kind of behind Frost. You know, I think he was probably hoping for a prayer that Frost probably made a mistake. And I think in the second heat race, he did almost make a mistake when me and him were battling. When me and Stony were battling and he was in front, he almost made a mistake. I do remember him kind of like, you know, calling for some help from himself, like, bro, I almost made a mistake right there. But now Ninja is kind of in the slip of Ajax right here.
Corey goes off the track once more. That puts a comfortable gap behind you.
Ooh, and kind of, luckily it was ghosting on, that would have been bad. So now I'm trying to make up time to Ajax and Ninja. And they're actually, I'm like, okay, these guys need to battle. I got 3 laps to catch these guys, and maybe, you know what I'm saying, hope for a prayer that Stony makes a mistake or something. I'm like, I don't know. But you see, these guys are going wild up here. The lines are taken. Oh, I thought he has number 1, not 11. Okay. It was a bit brighter earlier.
This is the stock number.
Yeah. So he kind of has the, I think, what was it, like a 2000... No, this was like the 90s when Red Bull was, or like the early 2000s when Red Bull was, it was Red Bull and I remember Protagonist were sponsoring the same team. I think it was like the 90s. I forgot what team they were sponsoring, but Red Bull was sponsoring, Red Bull and Protagonist were sponsoring the same team. As Ajax gets a little bit early coming out of those two. There. Yeah, he came off the track there a little bit, so now he's actually gonna make try to make a position back on Ninja. So for me, this is great what I'm seeing right now. I'm looking ahead. I'm like, okay, these guys are battling. I got a few laps to try to do this. Let's see. So now Ajax, he actually moves up, going into these
probably gonna pick up some ground here through this chicane.
Yes, for sure, through the chicane. They actually didn't battle through the chicane, but Ajax
that went pretty well for them.
Did kind of slow himself down there.
Too wide, a little bit. That went pretty okay for them though.
Ajax is going to try to defend to the inside. Which way is Ninja going to go? Ninja's going to try to make a move on the outside and maybe try to take on the outside. Ajax gives him a bit of a squeeze. Ninja's going to try to hang it out on the outside, see if he breaks earlier, tries to make a switchback. But no, he tries to hang it on the outside. And Ajax takes the title line, so really good defense from him. Really good defense from him. But if you just look, I am a few corners away with 2 laps to go, 3 laps to go. I'm like, all right. I think I can pull this off. I think I can make this recovery drive to 3rd. So you see I can actually coming up in the background, just 1 turn away. So Ajax defends to the inside before these consecutive right-handers. He actually does pretty decent this time. I think something happened with me right there. I do remember. So really good corners from them right there. Now Ninja is trying to make a move, but he actually chooses not to take the slip for some reason. So he doesn't take the slip, but I think he wants to slip on the main straight. But Ajax defends to the inside. Ninja's just going to move in right behind him onto the straight. And just going to, you know, the smart thing for them to do right here, the smart thing for Ninja to do right here is if he was looking at the gap, he would tell that I would just honestly just bump Ajax probably 1 time, maybe twice. And then I would battle him and go into, you know, but there's not really much you could do, honestly, when somebody, you know, like a guy like Frost or me, or, you know, when you're battling somebody just has a pace over you, you know, somebody behind you. It's just not really much you can do, honestly. At a track like this, there's not really much you can do. It's not like Horse Thief Mile or anything like that. Like, so Slip could definitely
up a really good fight against one another.
Slip could definitely. Oh, yeah, they're putting up a crazy fight right now.
Ninja Nate got a little squirrely coming out. Is he going to give you the position?
I don't know, but I think I was thinking about dive bombing, and I was like, no, I'm gonna play it safe. But I actually catch up. Now, so Ajax is still defending very well from Ninja. Ninja is applying a lot of pressure to him. Now I'm actually gonna apply some pressure to Ninja. So I'm gonna try. I was thinking about going on the inside. He defends pretty well, but there's not really much of a move you can make. So. And now we take the Stony line. You see I went a lot more cleaner through there and a lot more tighter, so I could get a better drive out of here. And I'm going to move it on the outside on the downhill, see if I can gun it on the outside. I take it a little bit wide and I lose time. So I'm like, oh no. So a little bit time lost there. And after crossing the line, we will only have 1 lap to go. But I'm like, okay, I'm still here with these guys. I'm still here. You know, I feel like I'm quicker. So I might be able to still make up some positions, but the thought of actually trying to overtake Stony was gone about 2 laps ago, so there's no way. Now I'm just trying to recover, just make a strong recovery drive and possibly get back up in 3rd. So now Ninja is actually in the slip and actually is going to attack Ajax again, so I'm like, okay. You know, this is just, you know, I'm in a really good position right now. I just don't need to mess it up. I just need to be patient and just wait and just strike when I need to. So I'm gonna let these guys battle. Now Ajax is in the slip. Ajax might choose, he might not even go for it. I think he's gonna be very patient in through here. So as you see, I'm in the back and I'm kind of just creeping. I go super tight through there, super tight through here, and I actually pull off a double overtake into the chicane. 3 wide coming out and I actually pull it off. Now Ninja is in my slip, so now I'm trying to defend. I take the inside line. I slowly go to the outside. I want to try to squeeze as much as I can, and I actually just pull it off. But Ninja guns it on the inside, and I actually do get the move off. So yeah, just being patient for that one moment, and it kind of took a lot out of me to not wreck there. I'm not gonna lie, I was jockey, me and my wheel was fighting at that moment. My whole freaking desk was shaking, trying to pull that move off. So it's not even over yet. But Ninja spins. He does a half spin.
One more position.
He does a half spin. Oh, and he's still. Oh no, that was a really good fight from Ninja, and he actually half spins it into the gravel, into the grass. So that's tough for him. But really good racing by him. So Ajax will advance up to 4th, and as you see, Stoney is actually up ahead, and Frost is just now going to cross the line to come into 1st place. So Frost, you know what I'm saying, he's trying to continue his dominance with a 42 flat. In the next best time, I believe Stoney with, actually I think it's me with the 43.4. As you see, I'm doing the traditional, you know what I'm saying, say what's up to the paddock, say what's up to the garage. Ajax comes along with me, does a little bit of a drift, you know what I'm saying, finishing in style. And then we got Ninja, and then we got Corey in 6th with Hennessy in the back with his Spider-Man, little Spider-Man X Mario. If you guys have not seen Spider-Man yet, go fucking see that shit. That is the movie of the goddamn year. No cap. I don't care what nobody says. Movie of the year. Sony, have you seen it yet?
I have not.
You're missing out. Go see that shit tomorrow. Leave Taylor. I don't care. I'm talking about, I literally went and seen it by myself. Yo guys, that's gonna wrap up the video, but before we get away, we're about to go ahead and tell you guys basically the standings after this race and how it kind of mixed things up with only a few weeks to go. So Stoney, go ahead and give it to us, man.
Sure. So at the close of the night, between the top 2, it was actually pretty close because Frost finished in 3rd in the first heat. So it was 68 points to him, 67 to me, and then 63 to you. As far as the point standings go, the only shakeup we had was that Mustang Kiwi lost a position to Ajax 97. The interesting thing about that is he still had one more drop to give, so even though he missed the race, he still got points from his lowest scoring event up until now. So he is still only 2 points behind Ajax 97. So just a quick rundown, we have Frost in the lead with 346. I'm in 2nd with 332. That's a 14-point gap. Alex, you're in 3rd with 321. That's 11 points behind me. Ajax is in 4th with 297. That's 24 points behind you. Kiwi's in 5th with 295. Hennessy's in 6th. Island is in 7th. Cripple for Days is in 8th. Uri's is in 9th. Real Matt is in 10th. Sugar Honey Iced Tea is in 11th. Ninja Nate 710 is in 12th. Corey BFU is in 13th. They're the new drivers from tonight. And Blazer 50 is in 14th with 52 points.
Yeah, guys, so that's basically it. You know what I'm saying? Me and Stoney, on the last 2 weeks, we've been having some pretty crazy battles. I would definitely say, obviously, like the video title of last week, bro. Last week's battles were just honestly crazy. Frost did crazy last week. This week was honestly kind of good between me and Stoney as well. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a lot of very different racing lines, but we were both very, very quick. Frost is an inevitable pace is just crazy, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Him getting used to TCS on the controller, so I actually got to give pretty much props out to him. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit the noti bell. We post about 2, maybe 3 videos a week. We thinking about getting the F1 back going and maybe incorporating some, you know, maybe during the actual week. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, some Call of Duty with the guys. You know, me, Stoney, Ajax, we be hopping on the COD, playing zombies or whatever like that. But if you guys want to join, you guys know our tag. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up on Instagram if you guys do want to join any karting, any GT Sport, any GTA, any F1. We got it for you all here. If you guys want to join the league or whatever like that. Stoney, you got any?
Yeah, so I just wanted to tell you guys about the money race we got coming up. There's $200 up for grabs. It's going to be Monday, January 17th at 9 p.m. CST. We're going to do 150 laps at Northern Ireland, 3 stages. That's 25 laps, 25 laps, 100 laps. We're using classic American cars like the 1969 Camaro, the 71 Mustang Mach 1, the 65 Shelby 350 GT, the Dodge Super B 1970, and the 78 Pontiac Trans Am. We're shooting for realistic settings here, so no traction control, no ABS. We'll do a 5-minute qualifier, cautions. We're going to have it locked to N500, so the cars will be upgraded for the session, harder tires, all that. So If you're looking for a challenging event, you want to put some money in your pocket, Money Race is your game.
Sure.
It's January 17th at 9.
So if you guys enjoyed that video, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and go ahead and hit the noti bell. Let me know what you guys think. I'm a little bit late on the uploads. It's alright, but we're going to go ahead and see y'all next in the next video. We out. Peace.